Pet Discovery, and this is Matt's Guide to Bowling. Tonight I'm going to show you some basic tips to get the ball down the lane and effectively throw a nice hook. Today we're going to learn 4 things about bowling. Lining up your feet, the 5-step approach, keeping your wrist straight, and the most important, the follow through. When lining your feet up at the lines, you must predict where you want your ball to go. If you start right here and you go this way, you want your hook to go that way. If you start right here and you go this way, you're usually a lefty, and you want your ball to go that way. Now when you're going for spares, it's totally different. If you want to hit the 10 pin, you're going to have to go over here and go right at that, right at the 10 pin. If you want to hit the 7 pin, you're going to have to go look at your mark and go to the other direction. Putting my feet right at the line, getting ready for the approach. Okay, when you get up to the line, the 5-step approach is the most important thing. It sets you up down the lane and gets everything in motion. Okay, so when you got your ball, the first thing you do is start off with your right foot. And when you start off with your right foot, you bring the ball up. When you bring the ball up, you start up the motion of letting the pendulum swing. Basically, the pendulum swing is letting your hand out and bringing it all the way back. That'll set up for wrist motion. Now, when you start off, you start with your right foot. Once, bringing it up, then you start with your left foot. Okay? And then, as you bring your next right foot up, bring the ball up higher, and then right when you're about to start your left foot, start with pendulum the ball down, and just swing right through. 5-step approach. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Approach. Step approach consists of starting off with your left foot, bringing your hand up, and then you use your steps all the way through and let the pendulum swing work. Now when you're using the pendulum swing, you just let the ball do the work, and then we'll talk to you about the wrist strength. Now when you start off with your left foot, you start off left, right, left, and you end up on your left foot. It's not that hard, it's pretty easy, it's just getting it down. Okay? And I'll show you right now. When it comes to bowling, keeping your wrist straight is very key. By keeping your wrist straight, it makes the ball have more hook right when you follow through. Now, when you do your follow through, make sure when letting go of the ball, pointing straight at the arrow that you're pointing to. This is what we call a wrist guard. That helps keeping your wrist straight. It's very normal for a beginner to use this because it builds the wrist strength that you need to start bowling well and gain that hook. Also, it builds consistency. Having your wrist straight is the best way to keep a consistent ball roll, and that's what you need in today with the balls that we have. A ball like this, like the NVS Ebonite, has a weight inside it, and it's the new technology of bowling. It's phenomenal, and what we had back in the day was like dinosaurs. It was old, brittle, urethane. Polyurethane was just covered over the ball. There was no weight. It was basically just all skill. But today, to help the people that can't really get the hook, there's a weight. And if you see, right here, this is where the weight is placed, and that's the pap. The pap is where the weight across. If the pap is farther down, the ball's weight or pancake is going to hook the ball a little more. So that's basically key. Keeping your wrist straight is key in bowling and getting that hook. Let's show that hook to make keep your wrist straight and do the 5-step approach. Now, the follow through is the most important thing. Keeping your ball in the pendulum and bringing it all the way back and forward and releasing. when you release the ball, make sure that your hand is like this. That makes the curve. This is all that makes the curve right here. Just bring it up like that. People think that if you use your whole arm, go like this, it's very bad. It'll bring arm problems later on. This is key to follow through. Many good bowlers, when they're done, they swing their arm. And that's when you know they got the strike. Sometimes you can do something like that, but it's okay. It's all about the bowling. Strike. Balls is all what makes a difference in bowling ball nowadays. With all the technology, there are thousands of different kinds of bowling balls. Technology is key in what makes the bowling balls what they are today. What I have is 3 different kinds of bowling balls for 3 different setups. I have what you hear the red ball, it's the plastic ball. The plastic ball is basically used for spares because it doesn't have a lot of friction. You're allowed to spin it more and keep a straighter shot. My second ball is a strike ball. I use this ball when the lanes are really oily. Now remember, you have 60 feet of oil on those lanes. And when you get to the last 10 feet, it's almost bare dry. So when the ball is sliding down the lane, this ball has enough weight to hook so hard, right when it hits the 10 feet of less oil, the friction starts coming in and it smacks right into the pocket. My third ball is used when I get towards my second or third game, and basically this ball is driving in way too hard. This ball has a different cover and a different weight, which makes the bowling the ball a little easier. My arm will get tired by the third game. So this ball, because it has a cover reaction, is making it a little easier. Another part of bowling with the tools you need to really get the ball going down the lane, which you could also get at the regular bowling alleys, rental shoes. What I have is my own pair of Dexters for the best slide. They're made specifically for lanes with basically dryer. Now you can buy pro bowling shoes. They're going to cost you about $124. 4 steps of bowling properly. Now you can go out and show everyone how it's done. Hope you have a nice night, and good luck to you both.